Hi, this is Ferris J, helping pets and their people to heal. And today I'm sharing with you my top tips so you can help keep your pets healthy and happy during coronavirus. The first tip I want to say is look at your schedule with your pets, especially with dogs. It's so lovely to have our pets with us 24/7. If you're used to going out to work and now you get to be at home with them all day, it's fabulous. It's such an antidote to what's happening. At the same time, they are getting used to you being present 24/7. So be careful of that if you do return to work, that they don't get separation anxiety. So make sure they have a little bit of time on their own maybe, so they remember that you're not always there. This applies especially if you've recently got a rescue animal, and I'm so delighted to see that people are adopting so many pets at the moment. I think it's fantastic, and the shelters really need that, and they need that support. Be aware when you bring that new pet home, they're also getting used to you being there 24/7. They don't know any difference, so once you do go back to work, it could be a real shock for them. So make sure your feeding schedule for your pet is one that you can keep up when you're all back to work, back to a different 9 to 5 or whatever your scenario is. Make sure they can spend a bit of time alone to minimize that possibility of separation anxiety once you're not in the house so much. My second tip is about vets and veterinary care. Obviously, this has been affected by COVID-19. There are now a lot of drive-through clinics. So you might drive up with your pet and a vet might bring them into the clinic and bring them back out. If your pet gets stressed if you're not there, that could be an issue. I advise you, especially if your pet has a lot of health problems and you're talking to your vets regularly or need regular medication or regular treatment, check in with your vet at how they are operating at the moment so you know in advance and you don't get caught out in an emergency. If your pet doesn't like not being with you or doesn't like the vet, talk to the vets about that in advance. Make sure you have as much information as possible to make informed decisions. I work a lot with clients whose pets are end of life, and unfortunately sometimes we have to look at euthanasia. At the moment, I'm pleased to say that some vets are still doing house visits. It is worth, if you are in that unfortunate situation where the best thing to do for your pet is to euthanize them, if your first vet says that they can only do, say, something in the car park of the veterinary centre, and that's a very traumatic thought for you, maybe shop around. There may be some vets that will still come to your home. Often the animal is much more comfortable at home in their own bed with family around them. It may be the case because of social distancing. There may not be many people allowed in the room, maybe only you, and maybe you won't be allowed to be there beside them right at the time. Even if it's distressful, please be informed. Find these things out in advance so it's not a shock when you have to make that decision, or if you may be near that decision, you're not scrabbling looking for people last minute. It can at least minimize just a little bit of that trauma. Also, it can be stressful at the moment for people who are on their own and maybe having to do more for their pet, maybe having to give medications that previously a vet would have given. I've been helping clients with this where they've been nervous about, say, giving injections. That's something that I'll leave a resource below. I use a technique to reduce stress called EFT tapping. I have a video about that, about helping medicate your pets the stress-free way. I will leave a link to that below. But be aware, it can be a stressful time if you're on your own with your pets and maybe not getting some levels of support that you were getting. So do whatever you need to do to minimize and reduce your stress. Whether it's around a condition they have, how you're having to treat it, or even if you're having stress, and so many people are having stressful responses to what's happening with coronavirus, with lockdown, with job security, with the economy, I would really encourage you to do whatever you can to manage your stress. I will leave resources below, the tools that I use and show people to help with that. Our pets can pick up on their stress, so If they are prone to being a little bit anxious, or if they're acting a little off, work on your own stress and check if that has a positive effect on them. Often when we calm down, that calms our pets right down, and it can eliminate some stress behavior in them. Your pets may also be stressed because of external circumstances. I know some dogs on walks, they're used to going up and greeting their doggy friends or greeting other people. With social distancing, that's no longer possible. So make sure to keep them as calm as possible, to do any stress management with them. Again, if you're calm about it, that will help them be calm. And I can leave more resources below. So they are my top tips for the moment. I hope you are all healthy and safe, and so are your pets. I'm curious to know, has the coronavirus and the lockdowns had an impact on your pet or your relationship with your pet? Are you struggling having them home 24/7? Are you just over the moon that they're there to cuddle all day? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are facing challenges at the moment, please reach out. I work with people worldwide. If you would like my help, I'll leave a link below with how you can get in touch with me. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Ferris J. I'll be back again soon, so subscribe if you want to see future videos where I share tips and techniques to help your pet stay happy and healthy and navigate old age with as much grace as possible. Bye for now.